Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a short little knife review / knife overview to share with you guys. This is the Kizer Towser K. Haven't you already reviewed that? Yes! But this is a special version of it that comes in Elmax steel, and it's like a blue and black Fatcarbon. Really nice scales, right? Let me point out real quick that this is an expensive version of this knife, but this, almost exactly this knife, just with different materials, comes in budget form for about $69 giggity. I'm going to link it right down below so you guys can check it out along with all the other variants of this knife. Which, you know, you'll see the price on that one. But I'm going to tell you right now, the Kizer Towser K is a really good design. Check out my original review if you want all of the information on it. But spoiler alert, it is a knife design that I recommend at a lower price because I think the build quality and materials make sense. This one, not so much, and I'm going to cover that real quickly in a format that I don't usually do, which is skipping a lot of stuff. But anyways, thanks so much to Kizer for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. We're going to speed through the specs real quickly here. Overall length, just for people who are not familiar with this knife, overall length is coming in at 8 inches, blade length 3.5. Cutting edge, about 3 1/8. Just a couple of size comparisons today up against the Ontario Rat Model 1 and the Ontario Rat Model 2. You can see here this is absolutely a full-size knife. How about up against the Demco AD 20.5? How about up against the Spyderco Para 3? And last but not least, let's put it up against the Benchmade Bug Out. How's the action on this guy? That's the interesting thing about the Kizer Towser K. All of Kizer's stuff has good action, but for some reason, the Towser K is ridiculously smooth. And I mean ridiculously smooth. I don't know what it is about this. If they have, I think they might have like special washers or special bearings or something in there. Maybe just the surfaces are knocked down a little more. I have no idea. It's just very smooth. Very easy to deploy with the thumb studs. They're a little bit sharp, but honestly, ease of access, all of that, it's just so good. It's hard for me to complain. Access to the lock bar is also great. It's just really good. I have a piece of paper stuck to me. Sorry about that. Carry profile thickness up against the Spyderco Para 3. It is a little bit thicker. Not too bad, though. Not where I'd call, not where I'd say it's definitely thick. Length and height. In the pocket, it's going to be more similar to the Spyderco PM2. Height-wise, it does approach that hump in the PM2, but, it's still a little bit less. If you're used to carrying the PM2, you should be okay. Materials, like I said, we have the blue and black. It's kind of a shred Fatcarbon or kind of a swirly, almost looks like the surface of Jupiter, except it's been blackened. But yeah, it looks really good. This is high quality stuff. It is not the same type of stuff that you find on super duper cheap knives. It all looks really nice. We have Elmax steel, which is really good. That's one of my favorite steels amongst many others. And then we have steel liners, which was a really curious thing there. They did give us a titanium pocket clip that it is technically a milled clip, so that's nice, but no backspacer. Let's go ahead and weigh it real quick if I can find my scale, which for some reason is escaping me completely. Are you kidding me? What do I do with this stuff between videos? There we go. All right. Weight on this guy coming in at 4.44 ounces. Definitely not a perfect 1-to-1 ratio with the blade length, but it's not bad. It's still a little less than the Ritter Hogue. Balance is right behind the pivot, right in that, forward or the standard choil position, so that's fine. Blade stock thickness on this guy, I'm pretty sure is going to be 125 to 135 thousandths. Let's measure it here real quick once my calipers decide to zero out. 125 thousandths. That's what I expected. Hardware check. I'm just going to tell you that is a T8 pivot and we have T6 hardware, minimal hardware, not that big of a deal. Should be easy to take apart, etc. Let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes here. This is a good ergonomic utilitarian design with a nice choke up position. You can also lay the blade down so that the first part of the cutting edge actually contacts the surface. That's great for, I'm not saying it's like it's made for food prep, but if you need to do it in a pinch, right? Yeah, it'll work, right? On top of that, it's a fantastic overall design for day-to-day stuff. I like the sheep's foot blade. I like the belly. I like the length of it. Ergonomics, very comfortable. This clip is better than the standard clip, right? Just it being milled and kind of radiused a little bit at the top. It's very comfortable. This is a very, very comfortable knife to use. Fit and finish all the way around is very, very good. I think Elmax steel, if it's heat treated properly, is fantastic. It's a little tougher than CPM 20 CV, still holds a great edge, and it's still stainless, right? I think this is a good geometry for it, honestly. Everything about this knife is the same as the first time that I reviewed it, right? The pocket clip, I think, is a little bit better, and it's nice to get some more premium scales. This is, I think, the first time, but if it's not the first time, it's one of the first times ever that I'm going to say Kizer missed the mark on pricing, right? And if you're wondering, like, where's the rest of the review? Like, this knife is so similar to the original one that there's no reason to go through my regular 20-minute thing, right? I have already reviewed this knife. This is a good design. But let me drive this point home. In its original form, the $69 variant, which is rich light and 154 cm, it is identical, save for the, less premium blade steel and the less premium scale material, and it has the stamped out steel clip. It is identical for $69. This version you're looking at here is $240. Listen, even if Kizer had made the liners titanium and given us a full backspacer, given it the full dress up, I still would have been a little confused by the $240 price tag. Kizer is usually really good. I mean, look, Kizer's got knives in their line that are full titanium, some with inlays, milled clips, milled backspacers, CPM 20 CV or Elmax or some equivalent super steel, right? And they are a hair over and sometimes sub $200. What? Where is this price tag coming from? This is cool, and Kizer's clearly experimenting with, some different materials, right? Some different blade steels, not new blade steels, but some different blade steels here and there, and that's cool. I like that. Just experiment away. But how did we target adjust and end at $240? There's absolutely no reason to buy this for $240. I'm using this video to heavily recommend, like, if you like the Towser K, buy the inexpensive one. It just makes way more sense. If I think it would have been much, much smarter to do a version of this with a more standard or something that people expect at a lower price point for scale material like G10 or micarta. Do that and then put a nicer blade steel on it like 20 CV or Elmax, and then charge us something like $150 or so. I mean, that would have made so much more sense. And Kizer has done that plenty of times in the past. They still do it right now. I mean, the Towser K is absolutely an underrated model in their line. I mean, it's fairly popular, but it's underrated. I just have absolutely no idea where they're getting this price tag from. Give us titanium liners, and it should still be it should still be a decent amount under $200. So I really feel like they missed the mark here, and that's too bad, because I really was impressed by the Towser K. I really enjoyed it, and this is cool. Like, I mean, this is great. Me picking this up and not knowing the price, I've been like, wow, that's neat. They decided to like bump up the steel and bump up the scale material, and maybe they'll charge us like $180 for it or something like that. And okay, if people really like that scale material, then that's fine. It's nice that they added the pocket clip. $240. Really flabbergasted by that price tag, not something that I normally expect to see from Kizer. It's not like we're seeing a static increase in prices across the board. Like, at least they don't match. Like, we're seeing price increases from everybody, but Kizer's stuff has remained pretty reasonable, right? It's only this and a couple of other things that they've released here lately where I've been like, wow, what? Where did we come up with that, right? So, competition-wise for this knife, there are an infinite number of knives out there that are bringing, I mean, honestly, like literally everything from Kunwu and Maiguran on their premium end just make the pricing on this look laughable. I have great respect for Kizer and some of my favorite knives that I have reviewed on this channel as far as value. Not just for materials. People put way too much value on materials alone. They are part of the equation, guys. If you're new, listen to this. Let my voice ring out in your head, please. Materials are part of the equation, but they are not the equation. It is execution of materials. It is country of origin, right? And then a whole bunch of other elements that I include in my reviews, right? Ease of manipulation, the overall ergonomic profile, the overall blade profile, the Rockwell hardness of the blade material, the geometry of the blade that the material is creating, right? There's all these other elements. You have to include everything together. It's not just CPM 20 CV and carbon fiber is worth exactly $240. That's dumb. That's dumb. You're just going to lead yourself down a dumb path, right? You're just going to mislead yourself all over the place. Don't do that. But I'm telling you, this versus the competition out there it's not a good price. It's just so far off the mark. It's frustrating. Go for the Towser K if you've not experienced it. It's a great knife, but go for the budget version. I don't know I need to say anything else about this. I got this knife for free, right? I also, if you use those links down there, which will take you to the budget version, that's the version I would rather you buy. This one will also pop up. And I would earn a commission if you bought it, right? So if you needed an example of whether or not I am honest in my reviews, use this. They gave me this to keep. It's a $240 knife, and I make additional commissions if you buy it. Don't buy it. Buy the less expensive ones. I want you guys to get the right information, and I'm using this knife as an example. For many things here. So pay attention, do research, watch my channel. Don't watch my channel. Watch other people, right? Look around, compare. It's always smart. Make sure you know what you're buying. This is an example of a bad buy, in my opinion. This is a weird video, I know, but I need to do stuff like this periodically. So anyways, thank you to Kizer for supplying this for review. Not my thing. Hate the price tag. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.